run, baby. Run, run. Where you running to? And who you running from? Some people may not understand what it takes to be a man. But I'm not going to get into that. I do want to come back and I want to apologize because I've been MIA lately. I do just want to let everyone know that I don't put out videos when my energy isn't pure or when my energy isn't at its highest. When I'm not feeling myself 100%, I'm not going to put out a video. And last week, I was dealing with a lot of adversity and I was trying to accept things that I couldn't change and change the things that I could. So it's all a mindset, and I just had to pretty much reprogram my mind from conquering or overcoming life situations. But the message I wanted to come here with today, and this can be for women or men, but the reason why, as always, I speak to women is because I am one. But one thing I want to tell ladies is that you know how when you're in a relationship or after a breakup, during that relationship, there's two things that happen. You either are hurt and the only thing you can find to do is to invest into yourself so much of an overload that you have to take off somewhere because you're channeling that energy into something creative, or you're going to end up carrying on that pain, and that pain is going to turn, of course, it's going to be hurt, and then that hurt wind up turning into anger, and then that anger turns into you becoming bitter or growing bitter. Now that this is the group of women that I want to talk to, is the ones that channel that energy and they choose to be bitter or angry or hurt. And that's normal because we are people, we are beings, and we do experience feelings, or we do have feelings. But one thing I want to say is that don't allow yourself to miss out on opportunities because someone did not appreciate or value you for who you are. A lot of the times, because we are in these situations, and I mean, shit, we know what we do wrong and we know what we do right. A lot of the times in these situations, we don't ever really fully heal from the previous relationship before we go into another one. And then we're so surprised when we programmed in our mind that all men aren't good, we continue to come across the same cycle. See, me, one thing that I've always done and I'm going to continue to do is I've always, whether I've had a man in my space or not, I've always spoke life over my man. And I could be without one. But I've always said the type of man that I want. I've always believed that that's the type of man that I'll receive. And I've always stayed faithful to my truth. You know, what mattered to me, even after, broken promises or me realizing that that person wasn't the best for me. That was your loss. It's my gain. I take every opportunity as a gain, whether it was something that taught me, something that made me, I had no choice but to grow from. I took it for what it was, and I appreciate each experience. But just because I was hurt, let down, broken promises, I was angry, unsure, I never, and I'm going to say never, ever said that this is what I deserve, because I don't believe that. I believe that everything that I have experienced has only been for me to become the woman that I am today for my husband, So I don't program or train my mind to believe just because I lost someone or a relationship didn't work that it was my fault. It probably was both our fault equally, because it was something that needed to happen for us to go on to become the people that we need to be. So I take everything as an opportunity to learn and to grow. And I've always spoken life over the man that I want to share my space with. Whether I've learned something from another man or not, I've always took my truth and I formed my man. And I'm going to stick by that until I no longer can speak on it anymore. But I just feel like you have to really just let it go. Stop missing out on opportunities or on love because someone hurt you. And then another thing that you have to do is you have to let that shit go, and you have to worry about yourself. You have to focus on what's going on the inside. Because a lot of the times we have programmed our mind, or we have created this mindset, and once we have created that mindset, we start to believe the things that are happening, or we start to place judgment on our own self because of the situation or the circumstances are happening, and we cannot do that. We have to learn from it, grow from it, evaluate ourselves after it, and then realize that we are flawed, but love on us a little bit more. Stop trying to pour into someone else and you haven't even poured into yourself because you just half-assing, and that person doesn't deserve that. So it's just like, the hell with treating someone the way that you want to be treated. Treat yourself good, and then it's going to be without question or doubt, you're going to be able to fill up someone else's cup. You're going to be able to fill up someone else's cup, because when you're full, you're not going to be looking for someone else to make you secure. You're not going to be looking for someone else to love you. You're not going to be looking for anyone else's company. Me, I have gotten to the point where I can be around so many people, but if I'm not in company of myself, my world is chaotic. It's a bunch of chaos. So I realized that meditation is something that I really keep close to me, because without it, my mind is all over the place. My mind is all over the place. I can't figure out which way from what. And even still now, I'm still trying to connect back with myself, because I've had so much going on for me in the past 2 weeks that I haven't even been able to stop and just actually relax, let it go. But I have to understand that it's all in my mind. I'm only holding myself back as much as I want to. That's pretty much it, though. For the other group of women who are channeling that energy, because I'm one of those people who've experienced a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. But instead of me channeling that energy into that or feeding that, I rather feed myself, and I rather grow myself. I rather build and, love on me a lot more, and it took 28 years almost for me to realize that I was filling up other cups before I was filling up mine. And I was chasing security because I was so insecure. I was chasing, men because I didn't value myself. I was chasing things that at this point I don't care to chase no more. I'm very secure with myself, with or without a man. I'm okay in my own company. I enjoy my own company, maybe a little too much. So come on in if you're coming. But I'm just saying, I enjoy my space a little too much, and I value myself. So you should value yourself too. And never let a bad situation or circumstance stop your opportunity or keep you away from finding true love, because then that would be you allowing that person to win and have that much power over your life and over love for you. That's pretty much it, though, y'all. Like I said, I don't have nothing else really to say. That was one thing that I've been wanting to speak on for, I think, a few days now, but it's been coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. So the day once it came, I said I'm putting this video out there. Other than that, though, y'all, love and light, peace and positivity. Hopefully, I'll be coming back